Listen, if you're trying to stay updated online right now, you're already behind, and that is exactly the problem AyeWatch is trying to solve. Let me explain, because the way we use the internet today is completely backwards. I mean, you're constantly going out looking for information. I mean, refreshing Twitter, checking sites, scrolling through noise, hoping you didn't miss something important, but by the time you find it, someone else had already acted on it. So what AyeWatch does, is that it flips that completely. I mean, it turns the internet into something that actually comes to you personally. Listen, the link is in the description if you want to go ahead and check it out for yourself. But first, let's break this down properly. And I also got some quick info for you guys. Listen, if you've got a business of your own that you want spotlighted on this channel, contact us, email us, and we can make that happen. But now when it comes to the problem, listen, the information is everywhere, surely, but the attention is limited. I mean, you've got newsletters, social media blogs, research, news sites, and the reality is that most of it is just simply irrelevant. Listen, even tools that are supposed to help, I mean, like Google Alerts, they don't really solve it. I mean, they just match keywords, send delayed emails, and flood you with stuff that doesn't actually matter, while missing on the one thing that actually does. Listen, this is exactly where it gets serious, because in a lot of cases, timing is everything. Listen, it is not about knowing more, it is about knowing first. Listen, there's literally a window between when something happens and when most people find out. And if you're inside that window, you have a huge advantage. But if you're outside of it, you're just simply reacting. And AyeWatch is exactly built around that idea. Listen, instead of you going to the internet, it actually pulls information to you. Listen, you customize it, you define what matters once, and it continuously monitors the entire internet in the background, only alerting you when something actually relevant happens. So instead of manually checking sources, you're essentially running your own automated intelligence system. Listen, at its core, AyeWatch is monitoring across news sites, blogs, like I've said, social media, forums, research papers, and basically any public web source. And they also claim they have over 1 billion sources running 24/7, which is bananas. But the real difference here is how it filters all of the information. Listen, like I've said, most tools rely on keywords, but AyeWatch uses semantic understanding and AI, meaning that it actually interprets content, not just matches the words. So it knows, the difference between something that mentions, your topic and something that actually matters. And all of this is handled by their multi-agent system called SoulWatcher AI, which removes duplicates, filters noise, ignores minor mentions, and only surfaces meaningful changes. So instead of, getting spammed, you're getting real signal. Listen, this setup is pretty straightforward and simple, but powerful. Listen, you describe a topic in plain English, you set your own rules, frequency, importance, filters, all of it, and you simply let it run. From there, like I've said, it continuously scans and sends alerts to either your phone, your browser, or even Slack if you're working with Teams. There's also an ASAP mode, which pushes alerts within minutes of something happening, not hours later. But also when it comes to real use cases, as you can see, this is where it gets interesting, because people are already using this in ways that actually matter and are profitable to them. So I was reading this article from someone online talking about prediction markets, like polling market, for example, and he literally says that the secret isn't predicting the future, it is reacting to the present faster than anyone else. Listen, that is the whole game. I mean, he was down in money at first. If you read it, he missed some updates. Like he said, he didn't check, for 2 weeks, came back, just the market had already moved on. But he then came across and set up AyeWatch to track specific things like AI model news, companies, he was betting on economic data, stuff like that. And one day he gets an alert about a major update. Listen, he checks immediately, places a bet before the odds move, and just ends up making profit. Listen, it is as simple as it gets. Listen, he straight up says that you don't need insider info, you just need to know about public news, 30 minutes before the average person. So that's insane when you think about it. But then there's also another article talking specifically about content creators, and this one hits really hard. Listen, because it is not about being better anymore, it is about being first. Listen, he literally describes waking up, seeing news late, opening, editing software, just realizing that there are, already dozens of videos out. So, the line that stood out was, your breaking news video, already know old news. But the people winning, they're not following everything, they're just tracking very specific signals and getting alerted instantly. So instead of, drowning, in information, they only see what actually matters, and they see it early. So, and once again, it is all possible with AyeWatch. So I've also seen one about job searching. He said that instead of checking LinkedIn or company sites manually, people are tracking career pages directly. So the moment a job that fits their experience shows up, they get notified and apply immediately, not hours later, not the next day, just immediately. That's kind of the pattern across all of these. I mean, different use cases, just the same core advantage, which is speed. They also have an API, which is actually pretty clean. I mean, you can create and manage monitoring topics via REST, receive real-time webhook updates when something changes, and plug that directly into your own apps or workflows. So instead of just using it personally, you can build systems on top of it. Listen, for example, triggering automations, feeding data into internal dashboards, or connecting it to other AI agents. So it is not just a consumer tool, it is infrastructure if you want it to be. So when it comes to pricing, it is straightforward. As you can see, there's a free plan which gives you 3 topics, daily checks, but limited credits. The pro plan is sitting at $9 per month, which gives you 30 topics for 100 credits and hourly updates. And the Pro Plus plan sitting at $19 per month, which gives you 200 topics, 1,200 credits, the ASAP mode and Stack integration. So basically, the more speed and coverage you need, the more you scale. So the bigger picture here is that information itself isn't valuable anymore. I mean, everyone has access to it, but what matters is how fast you get it, how clean it is, and don't be fooling yourselves whether you can act on it before everyone else. But tools like this are basically compressing that gap to almost zero, which depending on what you're doing can literally translate into money, reach, or opportunities. But AyeWatch isn't just built for one type of user either. It works both for individuals and for teams or businesses that need to stay on top of fast-moving information. You've got a full web app plus iOS and Android apps, so you're getting real-time notifications wherever you are, not just when you're sitting at your desk. And if you're running workflows, or working with a team, like I've said, it also integrates directly with Slack, so those alerts can plug straight into your existing systems instead of living in some isolation. Like I've said, if you want to check out AyeWatch for yourself, hit the first link in the description of this video. It is definitely one of those tools where the more you think about it, the more use cases you realize it has. So make sure to like and subscribe to this channel if you want more breakdowns like this. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.